Hope y'all can hear me. I'm sorry. My my speaker was down. The speaker that goes near my mouth was down, so you probably didn't hear me the first 22 seconds of this video, but I am here. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in. We got a lot to talk about. Also, this seems to be the sweet spot, 6 p.m. a.m. that will be going live, getting you guys all revved up for the morning, and to be prepared for what's to come at the end of the night. So there's a lot for me to cover. There's a lot for me to clear up. So as y'all come in, make sure y'all hit that like button, and we'll begin. So, getting directly into it, there are rumors being spread around the internet that Chrisean Rock is broke, and this is why only 1,500 was sent to the lawyer, and the lawyer is basically dragging his feet. Um, we should all know that there's not a lawyer on this planet that cares about any of their clients that they represent, and perhaps give freedom to by fighting for their rights, unless they have money. But there's a lot of, like I said, rumors saying that she's broke. I'm gonna tell you, in my opinion, I don't think she's broke at all. I think that she did something that lets us know that Chrisean Rock plays dumb, but there's nothing dumb about her, because she did something that was smart. That's what this is telling me. And what I mean by she did something that was smart was she has her money put away where only she can get to it. The problem is, if you live the type of lifestyle that Chrisean Rock lives, and you get locked up for things that you're not taking care of, like illegal obligations, you have to have like a sum of money that's put away that only you know where it's at, but you can have a trustworthy person get it and bring it to where it needs to go. Like Mars should have knew, on that phone call. I'm quite sure she called Mars checking in on her son. She should have knew where that secret spot was at, that only she would have found out when Chrisean Rock called her from prison, checking on Junior. And she could have said, listen, I got a lump sum of money in this area if I get locked up. A couple of $1,000, nothing that you can't take a loss for, but a couple of thousands to retain, like, say, for an example, a lawyer. um I'm quite sure that if she had at least half of what the lawyer was asking for, she would be able to get some traction right now, or at least know where her faith lies. Now, the only court, in my opinion, that I think we really need to worry about is Oklahoma. That's where she owes the most time, and that's where they've been threatening, allegedly, the harsh penalties of her violating her probation and not wanting to reinstate it, and making her do the jail time for the remaining probation that's left on the probation. Because remember, probation is only time on layaway. And what I mean by that is, you might get that probation very easy through the courts from a judge, but they're not nice judges. They're just giving you like a chance or two, because in some cases you can do a percentage of whatever's left on your probation. If it's 3 years, you might do 6 months or 90 days. But because of how long Chrisean Rock let this go, she might not get the option to do that, because it's all over social media. It's all through all the courts that she owes time to, pretty much, that she was not having any plans on turning herself in. And as anybody knows who may have been, in trouble with the law, or even if you just have common sense, if you get rearrested and you have all those kind of warrants on you, it looks worse when you get arrested and they have to take you in, rather than if you just go in on your own and clear them up. It makes you look like a responsible person, and the courts respect that. But when you just blatantly just don't go in and clear them up, and you're just walking around state to state, or even in the state that you're in, and you're a fugitive, it's just not a good look. It's not going to help you out. Nobody's going to feel bad for you, if you have to do the remaining of your sentence. Now, yesterday I got a automated phone call, and they had said that the abscond has been basically lifted. Abscond, some states use abscond instead of the status saying wanted, they'll say abscond, which is the same thing as wanted. Fugitive, wanted, same thing. So abscond was only put on the status of the Oklahoma probation she had. So for some reason, even though she's not physically in Oklahoma's custody, they have 5 days, according to what California is allegedly saying, for them to get her transported, or maybe pay California to transport. I don't know how that goes, but it's gonna have to be some money laid on the table, straight up, in order for any have to be done where they transport her to Oklahoma. I don't know who will transport her, maybe not Oklahoma physically, but Oklahoma's going to have to still pay on their end out of pocket to get her transported to, Oklahoma. They got 5 days. Now, if they don't get her in 5 days, they're going to have to release her on a bail. She's on a no bail until they give Oklahoma the chance to come get their fugitive. Now, this is in my opinion, but I'm telling you what my opinion is, because I got that automated call that Chrisean Malone is in custody, and the active status is abscond has been removed. She's in custody, which we know when she's not in custody in Oklahoma. But I believe because they removed the abscond from the Oklahoma status, I believe that they are going to transport her. And that's what's scaring me for her. Not for me, but for her. Because if she goes to Oklahoma, if any of these rumors are true, these allegations that they're trying to not reinstate her probation and they're trying to make her do a large part of her probation, maybe half of the 3 years, like a year and a half, maybe with good time, if that's what they do in that state, she does maybe 9 months, or they're trying to make her do the whole entire 3 years. I don't know if that would be with good time because of the nature of why she's even being forced to do the whole probation time left. There might not be good time, tacked on with it. I don't know. I don't know the statute, the laws, and the limit of statutations on sentences and violation probations and all that. I would have to look that up, and I'm not really trying to do that because that's not something I want to do. That's a lot of doing some due diligence, a lot of reading, and a lot of searching. And I think I'll leave that up to the lawyers, and the DAs and the judges. That's why they get paid all that money, right? And then they put it for public to see, public display. Now, there's rumors also that Blueface is fighting a charge. There's a rumor saying it's a meth charge. However, I'm not going with that rumor because I know that what's his name, Wack 100, he lies a lot, but I believe him when he says that, yeah, he's fighting a case. Some pharmaceuticals were found in his cell, but it's supposed to be the cheap version of the THC, which is weed. So I think it's that, what do they call it? The K, a special K, that that fake weed that smells and smokes like weed, but it's like man-made, and it kind of sort of makes people go crazy. It's almost like a psychedelic more so than a weed effect, which is more natural, high effect. Not that I'm going to get into the you know what I'm saying, chemistry and science of these pharmaceuticals, but it's not meth. That's all I need to let you know. It was found in his room. And like Wack 100 said, how could he be set up when it's not even meth? It's and he was trying to say the name of what it came back when they did the lab testing. So they can't charge him with meth because if he did, he'd already had picked up another charge because it wasn't tested as meth. And they can't charge him with marijuana because it wasn't tested as marijuana. It's like less than 1% or something that it was marijuana inside of that compound that was found in his room. Now, the question still remains though, why was it in your room, Blueface? Because Wack 100 made it clear that how could it be set up because it wasn't what people are saying it was. But he never said, yeah, he was set up because they put the fake weed that has 1%, less than 1% of weed inside of the substance that was found in his room. He still never cleaned that up. So that was on Blueface's personal. And for him being who he is, larger than life, he's supposed to be a rapper, he's supposed to be a millionaire, he's supposed to be a celebrity, that Hollywood lifestyle. Why are I know you're gonna run with the narrative that you were trying to hustle up in there, but you're not a hustler. You hustle in the being an artist in the music industry and also causing chaos on social media. You know what I'm saying? You're a personality and you're a rapper. And they could say, I guess you're an actor because you had a blue girls club a while back ago. But you're not a hustler in the sense that you're out there in the streets hustling. So why are you in jail if you're trying to let me or anybody else know why you were caught with that in your room? Why do you have that in your room? I honestly think that was for personal use because, allegedly they had said, and this is allegedly, okay, disclaimer, that Chrisean Rock used to pop those little pills. And it all started from when she started messing with Blueface. Now, according to Tasiki and other family members, she was a good kid. When she was in college, she was like a square, she had still had a larger than life personality, but it wasn't like rough around the edges like when she met up with Blueface. She was with Ronnie, situation happened, but I think that she kind of sort of got like really jiggy with it when she met, Blueface because she wanted to stand out. And she sure did because she sure got his attention out of all the girls that were in the Blue Girls Club. She sure got Blueface's attention and seems to still be getting his attention. Now I'm also hearing, and I don't know how true this is. Like I said, sometimes people like to sensationalize things, but I guess Blueface is cracking the whip, and I guess he needs to be because she looked out for him. So I hope that there's some truth to it that his team, which is Wack 100, Bodine, and the rest, they're scrambling around trying to see how they can get Chrisean Rock out. Now we know that Wack 100 likes to act like he's a legal expert. So let's just hope and pray that he makes, puts bygones, let them be bygones, and help this girl out so she can get out and, get to Junior's birthday, and not be sitting in jail. And I'm also hearing that the conditions of how she's living is harsh conditions, no toothbrush, no water, no running water, just a whole lot of stuff that she should have by law. I don't care if you're locked up or not. This is just stuff that people have because it's inhumane not to have these things operating, working, or provided to a prisoner. And they're treating her not like she's Chrisean Rock, but they're definitely treating her like a hardened criminal, and she's definitely not a hardened criminal, and they should not be doing what they're doing. So we're gonna do the recap. Let me see. Actually, let me check and see if it's been cleared first, because it's actually I cut it down because Chrisean's friend of me who was defending Jaden, I wanted to do a recap of that live that I did early this morning. Um oh, it's still not but actually no, I can actually do a recap to this only because I did edit the video. So I'm going to do a recap to this. One second, and put it on. So we're gonna do a recap to this. I really cut a lot of it out, honestly speaking, because he wasn't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? I think the loudest person in the room sometime ain't saying nothing. So it was an hour, a little over an hour, live recap. Shout out to Blue Rock TV because they're the ones that did this interview with this nutcase, and I did a commentary video to it, and I just wanted to give my thoughts and let you hear some of what the wacko was talking about, because he acts like he's a little touched and not by an angel. So we're gonna what I did salvage of this video, we're definitely going to recap what this clown was saying and what his position was, which to me doesn't have no position. But yeah, he was up here trying to get his little 44 minutes of fame, because I think that's how long the video was on Blue Rock TV. I don't think he was trying to go any longer with him, because people can drain your energy. They can be like vampires that just suck all the life out of you. And I think that that's what he does. He gets on people's platforms. He's clowning. He acts like he has ADHD, in my opinion. And he's just all over the place. He doesn't know how to interview. He sounds intelligent, but he's cussing and carrying on and just saying inappropriate things, and seems like he's having a conversation with himself. Just a loose cannon. Probably one of those type of kids that are on every type of pill that comes out, the hallucinogenic ones, and maybe at a young age, he started young and his brain's fried. I don't know. But he's just not the brightest bulb on the tree, and he's a little bit nutty. Early morning lives, or they could be. All right, let's get to Rock has a lot of haters. And I don't think that it was really appropriate at this time for him to say what he has said on social media. And it's kind of a coincidence to me also that he said what he said prior to Chrisean Rock getting locked up. And I really think that that's a little bit shady. I mean, maybe there isn't anything to it, but we're going to listen. I want to also say shout out to Blue Rock TV. At the top of the description box is his link to go subscribe to his YouTube channel. If you didn't know, he also has a YouTube channel alongside with his Instagram channel, which I'm quite sure a lot of you guys are more familiar with. But he's been really active lately on putting videos on YouTube, doing great interviews. And going forward, by default, you'll see his channel at the bottom of where I have channels that I support, to go to subscribe to. You'll see all of the channels down at the bottom, and Blue Rock TV is also down there as well. So you can always go at the bottom of the description in any video by default and click on that link to also subscribe at a later date if you forget to do it today. But make sure you get over there and subscribe to his channel. So we're going to do a live commentary to this mess going on. I think Zoe actually added to the mess by speaking about the situation. And I think it was at the wrong time, but that's what he did. And we're going to do a live commentary to it. So let's begin, because I really want to hear what he has to say. A lot of people have been talking about this, and I really didn't want to cover it, but it does look kind of like side-eye worthy for me to cover it.
The T. Maybe help us understand a bit about, who is Zio.
All right, so a lot of y'all already know. Some of y'all probably don't. Some of y'all act like y'all don't, but I know you do. Big Zio Vert. You feel
We
me?
don't know about you like that.
Ride or die. You feel me?
You ain't no ride or die.
And like you mentioned with one of your friends there as well. So that's kind of cool. Thanks for giving us that insight. Now, I think everybody really wants us to get to the big thing about what happened today, or at least what they're making the big thing, some pages at least. So I think we should get into that. But let me pull up the post just so we can give an idea of what people are going to be looking at. One sec there.
Yeah, he kind of confused me too. I don't know what his position is. I don't know if he's trying to go viral and he's trying to
Grand
make it seem
Rising
like he's trying to keep
Riddler,
peace
first
between
one
two
in the
women
chat.
over a man.
Morning.
I don't know what his position is, so I'm definitely eager to listen to what he has to say, but he's giving me cloud chasing.
Maybe we can get you off from dancing there on the side as well, right?
Tatiana, I want to see you bust down.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is sad. When he started doing that, when I seen this, when I did a live recap yesterday morning, I was like, yeah, this dude's slow. He's really trying to get on here to get attention, because who does that on the interview? Just gets up and starts, dancing and Tatiana and all this. Come on, stop. Like, really, get your life right. Go run in some traffic, kick rocks. Something wrong with him.
All right. So this seems to be the big story today. I guess you dropped a story
Know why
post,
he
you
did
had a
what he
thought,
did.
you put it out, and boom, the internet kind of went crazy with it, right? All sorts of places on the internet went crazy with it. So maybe you can help us understand, you know, the idea of the post and where it came from. Like, I know you did a bit on your lives today and stuff, but I think the people are here as well to learn a bit more about it. And before you actually get into it, I do want to let the audience know that you do have an option today of asking Zio some questions a little bit at the end, so we will go through that for you. So save your questions till the end. He will try his best to answer some of them. Just a reminder, our guests do not need to answer all the questions. They can pass, and do be respectful with the questions.
In my opinion, just by his body language, leave in the comment section for the replay game or in the chat right now. Would you trust anything coming out of a friend's mouth, of a Chrisean's, that he looks like he has ADHD? He can't stay still. Would you? I mean, the body language alone doesn't scream trust anything that comes out of his mouth, or he's a peacemaker. I think he's a clout chaser, and I'm gonna stand on it until I hear the rest of this live stream. I might change my mind, but I really think that he's a clout chaser. But we're gonna hear what he has to say, because there's just something really shady about this. Exactly, the most attention he has ever
Questions
had.
as well, all right? So now looking at the post again, I think some people were a bit shocked because we're normally used to you riding for Chrisean, being there for Chrisean,
Right.
and being there for the kids and so on. But I think this was a shocker for some people because they're not used to seeing this, right?
I mean, like,
It's someone who went crazy.
I guess
nuts.
not. Like you said, I've been very beyond vocal. You feel me? Because sometimes actions are louder than words. You feel me? A lot of people hating, telling me what to or not to do. Like, to be honest, like, I so the origin of everything or whatever, right? I had seen this one particular person like say something funny about like homegirl or whatever, and I seen this.
I hate to call people slow, but you know what, Karma? I'm feeling the same thing, because I would have probably ended the interview, not being rude, but I would have, I would have been respectful about it. But I would have definitely been like, I don't know, I would have somehow got off this interview, because he's kind of like how Chrisean is. Like, you could be talking to him, initial space off. His mind is like a kid. You're on an interview, you look like you're playing in the mirror with your hair, with the pink ends on them. And I mean, the maturity level from the body language is not screaming somebody who is trying to do a Mandela or Martin Luther King speech, or segregation should be over and let's all come together as one. I don't think that I would want to hear that kind of speech from him. He's not focused at all on this interview, and it's kind of aggravating me, but I definitely want to hear what he has to say. I think that he's going to drain our energy before we even get anything that's solid or that's even worth looking at this live, but I'm going to see where he's coming from with it. But it doesn't seem like he's saying too much at the beginning. It's like he's in la la land. I mean, maybe he's under the influence of some type of pharmaceutical street drug or something. I don't know, but he's just really aggravating me already. He speaks like he's slow. Yeah, exactly. Then he's saying the end this and that, and he knows he's not even about that life. So just please, let's listen to the books. Let's listen to the little book smart side of you, and not the you trying to be the street smart ghetto gangster dude. Unprofessional seems like a joke. Exactly. Yeah, he's just doing too much and stuff. And it's kind of sort of aggravating me. I'm glad you guys are kind of calling it out, because I don't want to feel like it's just me. Because I do have anxiety, and I do flare up really quickly when I have to tolerate people like this. And I don't even have to see him in real life. But he's really pissing me off right now. He needs to get on and spill the beans on what his position is on why he said what he said, and defending Jaden. And he's supposed to be friends with Chrisean Rock. And I really think he's trying to clout chase. And honey, you're gonna be a one-hit wonder like what's her name? Bonnie Lachey, because right now I'm taking you for a joke. Yeah, he's clowning.
And in my head, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like y'all leave the girl alone. And I just posted it. Not knowing, mind you, I don't follow Shorty, I don't stalk Shorty. The hate pages are not even in my algorithm. I don't see no
You're lying.
Hate on my I'm gonna be so for real with you. I don't see, so it's just like I can't help it at that point. It's like, feel me, like you feel me, like
no, we don't feel you.
You feel me? So like y'all know like how y'all know how I move for real. So it's just like I feel like when I made that post and everyone took it to where they took it.
Please make sure as you guys come in, you leave a like or a dislike on the video. Please support the channel by at least hitting a free like or dislike. Also, share this video if you can.
I feel like it would have been smart for people to come. And some people did come and talk to me personally, DMs like, yo, like, what's going on? And I'm like, yo, there's some people like that. You feel me? Like, instead of jumping to conclusions and trying to push a narrative, because my thing is like this. Like, if I never see any of the hate, and y'all want to tell me that I have never spoken positively about my little sister and my nephew.
Oh, your little sister.
Then it shows me, I don't even get mad. It shows me that you don't care about the support. You only care about the hate. And you want to push the hate. You want the hate to be the facilitating factor in the whole program. Meanwhile, when I say something good or whatever, that don't get no traction. That don't get no traction. And apparently it gets no traction in the brain because people forget and are not delusional. So now I'm like, yo, don't tell me I gotta start posting receipts.
He's Chrisean's fake friend. And I don't understand. He's supposed to have known her probably before Blueface, because he said he knew her in her college days. And they just reunited, I think, in September. I was about to say it. I was about to make up a word. It just came out my mouth, just out the blue. But yeah, she met up back with him in September, I guess of 2024, and they've been like thick as thieves, or the end, I don't know, of 2023. But I know they just met up recently, after knowing her from when she was in college. But to me, he's a friend of me, because I'm listening to some of the stuff he's saying now, and it just sounds like chatty patty. Is not going to make a change in the world type of conversation. He's all over the place. I don't think he even planned for what was going to come out of his mouth. To me, he sounds like a clown. Oh wow, that's her brother. No, not her brother. That's her friend. She's a friend. That's the friend of me. I call him a friend of me. Somebody she knew when she was in college. So she knew him probably before she met Blueface. So that's why I'm saying he's a friend of me, because why are you up here now doing this? is what I'm saying. Why? What is the purpose of that? There isn't any purpose for it. And I don't know why that's coming in like that. Hold on, guys. Let me fix this up. There we go. I don't know how that got like that. But yeah, he's just he's fake. If you ask me. Oh, M and G, their friends. She don't need any. I'm trying to tell you, with friends like that, who needs enemies?
Time.
Can they break it down to me of what you think he's saying? What is he saying? Because it's like I've been on this live for 25 minutes. Good morning, Rosen. Hi, and I have not heard out of this interview, which is 17 minutes and 34 seconds. Did you get your notification, Rosen? I haven't heard him get to any point of why he's up here defending. And it's okay that he's defending Jaden, but won't you defend her in silence? Why did you have to feel like you had to come? Now, like I told you, this video live recap was over hour long, but he was saying nothing. And then the language, I wasn't getting with that. I don't need that on my channel. So I edit a lot of what he was saying because it was just, we want to get to the meat and potatoes, but there really wasn't any meat and potatoes. But I wanted you at least to hear snippets of what he was saying that still wasn't saying anything. And that's crazy. To the internet, but you're supposed to be representing and holding Chrisean down, being her support system at a time of need. Why did you feel like you had to come to the social media platform and tell us your stance on how people are treating Jaden and defending Jaden? Why couldn't you keep it to yourself or keep it within your circle? What was so relevant about what you're saying or important about what you're saying that we needed to hear it? You seem like you're wasting people's time. Like you're the only one you're really talking to is yourself. You're on an interview. You don't even sound professional. You're looking like the nutty professor, like a nutcase, like the lights on, but nobody's home. Like you're in a basement, a dark, damp basement in your grandparents' house with that string that hangs from the ceiling of the dark, gloomy basement, and it's a flickering light, and it's flickering, it's going and is about to go out. It looks like that light bulb is about to go out, bro. Like the lights on, but nobody's home type of thing. Who are you talking to? You're having an interview and you sound like a bozo the clown. You don't even sound professional. And nobody is even understanding what you're saying. It's like Blue Rock TV is trying to decipher, dissect what are you saying. Has he ever come live like and then he's trying to confirm it with you before he even goes further on the interview. Well, no, I'm lying. You're talking a bunch of jibber jabber. He has came on live when Rock was out, but not like to this level. Is this is where the attention's coming in for this dude. He's getting all this attention because it's not what he's saying, it's how he's saying it. He took it to another level. He has went in defense to Chrisean Rock when Chrisean Rock was free a few times, but not to this level. This is on some clout chasing. I'm trying to get my following up. I'm trying to do what everybody else is trying to do so I can get out of the struggle. This is where he's at with this controversial video live that he had did on IG trying to defend the op, which is Chrisean Rock's op, which is Jaden. I don't want to say that they're enemies. I really think the enemy really is Blueface. This is all Blueface's fault. He's telling Jaden one thing, he's telling Chrisean Rock the other. I think if they got together and got into Blueface's case or moved away from Blueface, there would not be anything to talk about if somebody was to be the better person and remove themselves. And we definitely wouldn't have to hear from this clown either. Free Rock, exactly. Yeah, I think we never heard him on this magnitude go in like this on social media and say something where he's defending Jaden. He usually only defending Chrisean Rock, but he's in this case defending really Jaden's honor. But I think he's kind of sort of on Blue Rock's interview a couple of days ago. I think he's trying to clean it up because he's talking a little bit more about Rock and supporting Rock and how Rock's being treated. He's saying that now, but he wasn't saying that a couple of days ago when he was defending Jaden. So he's kind of sort of flip flopping. Is what I'm trying to say.
Has anything
Piece of evidence or something that makes sense. He's just talking just to hear himself talk. He ain't said nothing. Not even a keep hope alive or no peace, love, and tranquility speech. He ain't said a thing that makes any sense. It's just wasted air and oxygen.
person said about that person so that they can all go and just ambush that person.
He lives
No,
in
thank you.
Chrisean's house.
You can give
And
me the
that's
heat.
even
Keep it coming.
worse.
As for the individual, no, we're gonna protect them.
Right.
Okay.
This is
Next.
clout chasing. Yeah.
All right,
That's
just give me one
crazy.
quick second
This was a couple
here.
of days before she
No
got
Chrisean
arrested.
Jr. bashing
Did
at
you have
all.
that
Point
part
blank, period.
in the interview?
No, I
up
hear
there.
that, and like I said, I appreciate you
That's crazy.
jumping on tonight and letting us know your truth and trying your best again to clear up the air on, some of the things that people were.
Is he in Chrisean's house right now as he does this interview? I mean, it looks like he's in a bathroom. Now you doing too much. You in the girl, probably in the girl's house talking about her. Ooh, child.
Thinking. I hope the chat had an opportunity to get some clarity around some of the questions that they want answered. I do know some people are still acting upset in the chat, and there are
He
some
ain't
people
said
in the
nothing. It
chat,
was a waste of an
on
interview because
showing
the
love as
dude's a
well, and,
clown.
and kind of understanding where you're coming from. But you know
I
how it
know he
goes. You
lives
can't
here.
really please everybody, and I don't think that's what you're aiming to do.
Let me
But
tell you something about let me tell you
Go
something
ahead.
about
Look at
people.
them
What I've
eyes.
learned in all these years. Let me tell you something about people. People just open their mouth.
Their minds tell a
Like
story.
whatever comes out, comes out. Or they just put their hands on the keyboard. Whatever comes out, comes out. One day they're saying this, the next day they're saying
Like you.
that.
You flip flop.
I don't look at the negative. I don't even like someone said, why didn't he say leave them alone? Did you miss this whole 37-minute? Okay, you missed that. Okay, cool. Did you miss my story? Okay, you missed that. Okay, cool. Did you miss my live? You missed that. Cool. It's like you're delusional.
Like you.
And you're trying to manifest your delusions. But this is the Vert's world right here.
He's talking to himself. He's talking out loud, guys. He's having a moment really with himself, but he's just on the interview and he's checked out for.
But it's kind of like a final thought. If you have a message that you kind of just want to leave people with when it comes to this whole circus ordeal.
Exactly, MEP.
Okay. Well, just to give like some clarity, Chrisean and Blueface.
Exactly, Rosen.
And like Chrisean's team and I, like our side. And
the team.
Blueface, specifically, just Blueface. Specifically, just Blueface. And
but I will not be discussing it until later on. I just wanted to do this live commentary video. So make sure you guys have your notification bell on with the option all. So when this live stream goes up, yeah, he's a little touched and not by an angel. I think that a lot of people that have him on to their platform, it's a waste of time. That's an energy vampire drainer. He is got some issues, some straight issues. He is not in no position to help nobody win or to get out their current situation. I think that he has a situation going on personally with his own self, and he needs to really stay off the internet. Or if he's on there, do what you do best and stay out of trying to commentate or support somebody when you need to be getting some support yourself. You might need some counseling, bro, because it's not a good look. How you're moving in these streets. I smell cloud chasing at its finest. I smell somebody that knew that it was a matter of time before Chrisean Rock got locked up, and now he's trying to get his little 10 minutes of fame. He gives just say no, right? He gives just say no, right? Please put them down. Put those things down. It's frying your brain. But yeah, Chrisean Rock needs to clean up house. She really does. And I'm gonna tell you something. If Blueface is not behind, the driving factor behind, if she can get bailed out quicker, like yesterday type quicker, she needs to like really reevaluate if she's gonna be with him, because she's been holding this dude down for like 6 or 7 months. And as much as she broke her neck to make sure that he had everything he needed while he was locked up. He's still locked up, but he's supposed to be getting out soon. We're hoping by the end of the month. But like I said, them new charges were picked up of what they found in his room. And again, for the people that are just joining, please make sure you hit that like or the dislike button. But also, I want to say to you guys, if you're just joining us, that Wack 100 has said that it was tested. What is going around as a rumor, as in meth, and that is not meth. It is a fake version of THC, and it has like less than 1% of THC in it. So if it was meth or even weed, he would have had picked up another charge. This is what Wack 100 said. So I honestly believe that Wack 100 would just come out, especially if he picked up another charge and it was in fact what the rumors are saying was caught in his room. I think that Wack would just flat out just tell us the truth, because he'd probably look at it like Blueface is in more trouble. There's nothing I can do for him, and people are going to be questioning why he's not out. And so I might as well just come clean with it. So I think that if Wack 100 was lying and it was actually meth, and hey, listen, this is where it stands with me now, in my opinion. I think that he would have just said it flat out that he's in some serious trouble. She's gonna see who her friends and who's not while she's in. And so far, it's Marsh and her sister. More than a friend, she's a sister. Yeah, and her sister. I will say, even though her sister does use her fan base to get cash apps when she's struggling, that's Chastity. I will say that right now, I don't know. We might hear that Chastity could have went inside of some of the cash app money. I don't know. But then again, how many people do you think really are gonna even send money because of how badly the Malones have abused Chrisean Rock supporters for money in the past? So we're just going to have to stay tuned with that one. Yep, everything happens for a reason, so she can sit back out of the situation and watch all of those around her and those that aren't. Exactly. So you're exactly right, Riddler. Yep. But see, God sometimes removes you from the plan or the situation because he wants you to open your eyes and see what you don't see, because you're moving too fast and you're not paying attention to people, places, and things that are around you. And that's how you get caught up. I heard earlier where he said, do not send anything to anyone but him and Marsh. Oh, Wack 100 said that? And if you do have that video, could you please send that to me? I'll also check on Wack 100's page. But Wack 100 said, it Wack 100 that said don't send anything. I'm telling, it's so sad, because even though I know Chastity loves her family, and no, who was it that said it then? You said I heard earlier where he said do not send anything to anyone but him and Marsh. The guy up the, oh please. Only one I would send money to, and I hope I don't have to retract this statement. Only one I would send money to is Marsh, because at least, even if Marsh does something real, Zoe, okay. Even if Marsh does something real slime ballish to the money, she's gonna at least make sure that she's um you know, feeding that child with that money, because you could pocket some of that money, but you'll be in some trouble if you ain't feeding that child. I'm telling you that right now. Or making sure that child got some clothes on its back, some clean diapers. So you know what I'm saying? So she kind of sort of has a reason not to think like a demon. Where the sister's pregnant, her baby father is unalive, he's in heaven. She only got herself, and she's living place to place. Allegedly, she's not stable. Um, she did say something about she would give up or gave up some of her money for furniture. So I don't know if she got an apartment. A lot of times you get a lot of benefits when you're pregnant, or or you just had a newborn. The state will definitely make sure that you're put up. You're like high priority. So she might have an apartment coming or on its way. But I honestly, I do genuinely like the fact that she reached out and she is in contact with Chrisean and she's concerned. But the money part, that might make Chastity kind of weak. Right, she is living in Junior's mom's house. I think a house. Wait a minute, you said right. She is living in Junior's mom's house. What do you mean, Rosen? Who's living in Junior's mom's house? I think a house. You're talking about Chrisean Rock's sister. Chastity is living in California in Chrisean's house. I don't think so. Oh no, yeah, but Marsh pays rent there. I heard that Marsh pays rent because a lot of people were saying, how is she going to pay that whole full amount when she's only paying a portion now? How is she going to be able to pay that whole full amount if Chrisean Rock's in? It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot. I mean, if as a commentator as we speak on this live, I'm putting it together. It's like all unfolding and things are coming to mind. Can you imagine what's going on in Chrisean Rock's head or Marsha's head? Like Chrisean is gone. She's what holds everything together. She's the star of the show. And if she's locked up, she's not gonna be able to. She's gonna have to probably give Marsh access to some things that she don't want no one to have access to. And Rock sis is getting a house. Oh, okay. Well, that's good then. But I'm more concerned about Marsh and Junior because Junior is with Marsh and he needs a stable environment while his mother is in jail. I'm really concerned about that. Rock is missing her baby so bad. And I'm so mad at Blueface because it doesn't sound like he was set up. Those pharmaceuticals, well, those fake pharmaceuticals, man-made pharmaceuticals that were found in his room. It sounds like it was personal use. Or maybe he was trying to sell, like he was that dude. Even though you are supposed to be allegedly a millionaire, why are those kind of things found in your room? You're about to get out, but now you got another charge or could be charged with what was found in your room. And you're not thinking about Junior at all if you're sitting here doing crash dummy things like that. He said that he has nothing to do with the baby or what's going on. Yeah, that's what Wack 100 has said. I heard it on um what is it? Clubhouse shenanigans or something. He was set up, I think. I don't think he was set up. I don't think he was set up at all. Because I'm gonna tell you why I don't think he's set up. Because and I'm gonna play the video right now because I did a commentary video to it. No, actually I'll wait till later on because I have a premiere video coming out and I have to edit that video. But Wack 100 clearly says he was not set up. How was he set up when it wasn't even what was found in the room wasn't even meth? So no. And Wack would have said, yeah, what they put in the room was a setup, but it wasn't what they're saying it is. He didn't say that. He didn't clean it up and say that. I don't think it's a setup at all, honestly. Because I'm telling you, when you guys listen to what I would play it, but if there's any cussing, I'm gonna have to edit that out in this live. And this live is almost an hour. I don't feel like having to do all that. So that's why I'm not gonna play because I have a I think it's like 4 minute recording of him talking to a dude on Clubhouse or whatever. And I recorded it yesterday, prepping myself for today, what I was gonna put out for content. And yeah, Wack 100 doesn't not one time defend that it's a rumor that it was a setup. He was just saying what was found in the room was not what they're saying it is. He knew he had court. Why would he have that in there? I don't know, but people make dumb decisions all the time because he's Blueface. Just like why would Chrisean Rock go into the courthouse, Rosen? Why would she go into the courthouse if she knew that she had 4 warrants? Come on now. You know what I'm saying? when you do stupid things, you get stupid prizes. He went to shower and they checked his room allegedly. Well, that's something that's not uncommon. So I don't know why, like I said, when you do stupid things, you get stupid prizes. They let her in before. Yeah, they let her in before, but it was a matter of time before. Right? They caught her. Right? They let her in before. What does that mean? She's still a fugitive. She doesn't have one warrant. She's 4 warrants. I mean, let's not dumb this down. Let's not like because she's Chrisean Rock, we feel bad for her. She's come from hard times. Even her hater told her, Wack 100, stop going to them courts. She felt like, Wack 100 was just saying that so he could have the opportunity to tell Blueface she ain't supporting you. Only one going to court is Jaden. But even if he was saying that, so what? At least you'd be free. That's like a bank robber going into a bank after he robbed the bank yesterday. And he's going in there to cash his check after he robbed the bank last week and got a whole big money bag. But now he's going in there because he didn't get caught with the money bag, going back in there, cashing his check every week. And, well, I went in there the first week after I robbed the bank and got away with $100,000 from the bank, a money bag. So I'm going to just keep going in there every week and just cash a check. And then eventually gets caught. They let her get comfortable. Right. And got her when she least expected. Now that's what I'm talking about, Riddler. And ain't no, well, they let her in. Okay. Maybe they would try. Do you ever think, just like with Nature Boy, they let him do all those inhumane things to those people that were in this community, the culture. We don't want to say the word that it's called because it's kind of controversial. And they let him. Gave him. It's an old saying. It's called give somebody enough rope to hang themselves. So they let him get comfortable to build a case. Who knows? They could have been building a case on her literally online saying that I know I got warrants, but I'm just not prepared to turn myself in because I'm not trying to leave my child at the age that he is. I want to be here for my child. So I'm just not turning myself in. Now the younger me, when I didn't have my son, would have did that, but I have Junior now, so that's just not an option right now. So why is no bond though? No, because of the nature of it. She got 4 warrants. She's a flight risk, and the reason why they're taking a chance. It's just, you know what I'm saying. You're taking a chance. It's a track record. She don't got one default warrant. She got 4 in 4 different states, and she's not trying to go to any of the courts. Chrisean would literally get out. I put some money on it. I'll put some money on it. And she would literally get out and probably still not go to Oklahoma if they don't keep her in there and have her there. Yeah, they let it pile up. Yep. And that's what they did with Nature Boy. And guess what Nature Boy got? And some of that stuff that people said about him, it wasn't even true, some of it. He's many things, Nature Boy is. He's definitely a demonic person. But some of that stuff that they that compiled up were lies. He's in jail for life in Atlanta. Nature Boy, if you don't know that. I'm not saying that Chrisean Rock is on the level of a Nature Boy. That's not what I'm saying. So I don't want anyone to get confused with that. But I'm going to tell you like this. They knew she was coming in that courtroom. And I'm going to tell you, I also believe Wack 100 on this thing that he said. He said she was going around lying like she was cool with that judge. The judge didn't want to have no association with her. And judge was probably pissed that she was on the internet because she said straight up before they started the court proceedings with Blueface's case, the first thing she brought up was Chrisean Rock. She said, I've been hearing a lot of things that have been said about me on social media, basically tying her in with Chrisean Rock. She said, I am not a fan of Chrisean Rock. She was making that clear. So that was on her head because she's at her place of work. Chrisean Rock is not who's on trial or on this case. Why are you bringing Chrisean Rock into this? She did. The judge did. The judge could have said, "Listen, this girl is coming in here. She came in a few times. I know she's a fugitive. She may even looked her up. Who knows? Maybe she didn't know, but she looked into her and she set it up. The judge may have set it up. Now we're saying maybe somebody in the circle that don't like a Carlissa, Wack 100, Bodine. But now when I think, it could have been the judge. She surprised everyone and said brought Chrisean up at the day of court. Why couldn't she been the one that got her set up? Listen, I believe that girl Chrisean Rock, she's all over social media. It's recordings of her and Junior coming into the court. She's got multiple warrants in multiple states. We need someone to be in here to come arrest her. I said, and I'm just telling you what I had predicted. I said it's going to be a LA. It's going to be a cop on a bad day, which is a LAPD, and they're going to mess around and arrest her. But no, I believe it was a judge on a bad day because she don't like the fact that Chrisean had her name in her mouth and making it seem like they was cool as thieves. Yeah, it's ridiculous. She had the money, so that's just being irresponsible. Exactly. And so irresponsible. Now there's rumors going around that she's broke. Chrisean Rock ain't broke. She just didn't plan for this because she would have hid money somewhere. I don't care if you got to dig a hole up and hide it somewhere in a location that only you know where it's at. But have some money out of the bank for when you do get caught, because it was bound to happen, so that you can have somebody come either bail you out, and if you don't have a bail, you can retain a lawyer to help clear up those warrants. Oh, he got life. Nature Boy, yep, Nature Boy got life. He got 30 years, which is considered life in the state of Atlanta, with no good time or the possibility of parole, plus 10 years. So he got to do 40 years. He's already 40. He'll be getting out when he's 80. Yep, he got life sentence. Plus, he got a life sentence, no possibility of parole, plus 10 years. So he has to do 40 years, because when you get a life sentence, you could have a life sentence with the possibility of parole. That means you got to do 14 years of the 30 years life sentence before you can go up for parole. He has no parole, zero parole. He can never go up for parole after 14 years because it doesn't exist. He has to do 40 straight years. He's in there for the rest of his life. He's gonna die in there. Yep. Did anyone notice she came in with no jewelry? She thinks she had that. Yeah, but why would she do that though? How long was she there before they came in the courtroom? She didn't make it. She only made it through the near the where you have to go through the metal detectives to see if you don't have any weapons on you. That's how far she made it. They let her literally walk herself into the courtroom downstairs on the first floor, right when Bodine had told Donat to go down. Yeah, but it's kind of funny. He was looking out the window, but they got her in the courthouse, from my understanding, when she was going through the metal detectives, allegedly. Yep. Is he in general population? No, he's not. He's in high power. No, he's not in general population. No, nope. Blueface isn't. But you know what? And think about it. I said it was a setup. People saying no, it wasn't set up. Chrisean Rock set herself up. Right. She did set herself up, but it also was a setup. Somebody said something, and that was that we believe that Chrisean Rock is coming into court, and I think it was that judge. Somebody set her up. We know she set herself up by being foolish going in there, but I'm just saying somebody set her up. When I say set her up, I'm talking about somebody gave notice to the local authorities that she was coming into court today, or might be coming into court today. And I think the person who may have said that and gave awareness to the local authorities was the judge. Porter, I think she was tired. She couldn't possibly turn herself in. Yeah, you're right. Porter. Joya. Joya. Is that your real name? Joya? No expression on her face. Well, I really she gave me an expression on her face. It was like one of nervousness, but she was trying to play it cool. She looked very worried. I think that if she could run from herself, the expression I had got, like she was trying to not breathe. It's almost like let some air out. She was trying to just play real still and calm, but trust me, was nothing calm about that situation. Anybody would not be feeling good if they got jammed up like how she just did. Someone close to her. Yeah, it also could have been that judge. It may not have been anyone close to her at all, is what I'm thinking now. No one is above the law. I feel bad for her. Me too. Yeah, and you're right, Diane. Nobody is above the law. I heard some girl Kiki set her up. I don't know. It could have been anybody, but I'm starting to think now that it was the judge. Because that's the first thing she started saying before she started the court proceedings. So listen, I'm getting off now. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. Also share this video. I will be going live today at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also be looking out for 2 recap videos. I think you guys will want to be interested in hearing. I'm gonna put those out before 7 p.m. So you'll be seeing that before we go live. And yeah, so I'll be going live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure your notification bell is on with the option all. So when I go live, you guys are the first ones to be here. Love y'all. Stay blessed. And I'm out. Mwah. Thank you as well. You're such a class act. Thank you, Diane. You have a blessed day.